There is some sort of authoritative figure in control of financial means. I feel like this could be rivalry, this could be within family. I feel like some authoritative figure has some sort of control or hold over you. I feel like it's out of your hand, basically. Out of your hand. And then I got the Two of Wands. So I feel like you're looking ahead of the future. Like, he's holding a globe. Okay, you're looking ahead of the future of what could be instead of what you're in right now. Like, I feel like, yes, this is happening right now, but I feel like you have like a vision. You have like, I don't know, there's something inside of you that makes you want to like just get up and leave, you know? Like, I feel like you've been having these dreams, and literally dreams, not just dreams of like you want it to happen someday, but also dreams as in like you've been dreaming about just the good days ahead. Like, I feel like you're like, when it comes to you and your imagination, like, it's pretty wild, but in a good way. It's pretty wild, but in the good way. But also, I feel like you may be feeling that you are not in a position. What is this? You're not, Nine of Pentacles. You're not in a position to up and leave, or you feel stuck some way. Like, I feel like you can't really get ahead of yourself because of your circumstance, because of this person, or because of what you have been brought up to be when it comes to maybe even your religion, or just what you have been taught, what you have been like learned throughout your life. Like, I feel like it's almost as if like you were taught to obey, you're taught to really suppress yourself in an unhealthy way, and I feel like it's like you're ready to explode. Like, you're ready to just bail. And I have Four of Swords, and I feel like this, it's like you're not at peace with what has been happening right now in your life, okay? Not just with this control, but also it's like you're losing this control over your own life. It's almost as if like you have come into the realization that you have to get a hold or get back in touch with yourself and who you would like to become eventually. Because I feel like you've just been doing things other people's way or their way, or just been like, I feel like you're not really living up to your best potential. You're not really living up to what you could truly offer to the world when it comes to your ability, your skills, your passion, your creativity. Like, I feel like in some aspect of that, it's been suppressed, and I feel like this is probably why you have been stuck in many ways. Like, I feel like it's not just financial ways, but I feel like it's other ways, as in like you don't know if you can take the right move without knowing it's the right move. It's like you need some sort of approval, validation to know whether or not that it is the best thing or the right move to do. It's not even like you're concerned of being the best thing or the best for you. It's like you're wanting validation to know that if it's the right thing. So maybe you have been really pressured or really been drilled as to what your morals should be when it comes to right and wrong, evil, good, bad, or not. And I have 6 of Cups. I feel like I need to say this, like, you have to be okay with going back who you used to be. Like, I feel like when you were younger, you had so many dreams. You were so much more vivacious. I don't know if vivacious is the correct word. You were so much more lively. Like, there's a sort of livelihood that I feel like you've lost out of touch, and I feel like that made you more of who you were, because you were never introduced into what should be, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like because you didn't know a lot about the world, or because you weren't taught certain things until you were older, that it's almost as if, like, the more you learned about, or the more experience you had in life, the more you felt like it's almost a feeling like you were being drowned. Like, I feel like you may be even suffer from anxiety. Like, it's like you have been feeling like you have been drowning, and like it's just this unknowingly pressure that I feel like you also put on yourself more than others. And you have to learn to give yourself some grace, and you have to learn to actually love your inner child too, and really break through this hardship that I feel like you have been putting yourself in. And you just have to get out of your own way. Like, I feel like it's easy to be trapped in the mindset of other people's doing, but at the end of the day, you have to really uplift yourself. You have to really find your own validation. You have to discover what you truly like and who you truly are. But in order for you to do that, you have to actually acknowledge these things along the way, and not really suppress it in an unhealthy way. Okay. There's always going to be other people who have different opinions, comments, ideas, beliefs, goals, visions, but that doesn't mean you should stray from your own. That doesn't mean that you are anything less, or they're anything better. It just means that you two have different paths. Okay? And the Hanged Man. I feel like what's in store in your future you would never expect. So I feel like be on the lookout for the unexpected. I don't know how you can be on the lookout for the unexpected. It's going to be unexpected. I'm just the messenger here. Be on the lookout for the unexpected, because I feel like, I don't know, I feel like you're at such a place where you may feel lost, but you're so close to being found. Okay? That sounds pretty mysterious, but that's just the best way I can put it. And I feel like there's just confidence that I feel like you have to regain. Like, I feel like back in your past, or maybe even when you were younger, you've had such a way about you that was unstoppable. A way about you that was unstoppable, and really just unmatched when it comes to your energy, when it comes to that vision that I feel like you've always had within yourself. And honestly, it's time to just regain that back, regain that power and position back. Wow. I don't know. And I got the Queen of Swords. I feel like you've been faced with certain type of relationships between people that has made you feel, that has hardened you, that's hardened your heart in a way where you have really, it's like you have hardened yourself in a way to the point where you sort of don't know how to interact, or you don't know how to react around people. And I don't want to say anymore, but it's almost as if like there has been this shift that has been happening, but slowly but surely it's like an increment. So like, I feel like you have dealt with certain people in your life that has hardened you in a certain way, or has made you look at people differently because of these experiences or these not so great experiences or unpreferred experiences with certain people. But that doesn't mean that you have to stay this way, or that doesn't even mean that you're going to stay this way. Okay, you just have to acknowledge it and really heal that part of yourself. And really, when I say heal that part of yourself, I mean truly to embrace your inner child again. Okay, because I feel like you have been in these moments where you are reminiscing about your past, or just really wanting to stay in the shell of this childhood where it felt like a bliss, like it felt like just a joy that has not really happened yet again. And I feel like it's almost as if like you have been wanting to feel that again, just so that you can actually gain some sort of momentum in a way. But now I feel like you've been shown just such hardened ways or darkened ways from other people, or they just have shown you not the best of light from them. But it doesn't mean that you should stay in that shell, or you should really continue to suppress your emotions and how you truly feel about everything. Okay, because I feel like once you start to suppress it, it can't, like, I feel like this could really, like, you even feel yourself like this can be a domino effect, like that. Just because you're suppressing your inner child, I feel like this could really lead you to other things that I feel like could affect you in a negative way, where it doesn't make sense until you actually reflect on it. Like, you could be working on something, or you could be in a relationship, or you could be just going about your day, and I feel like there's a certain lens that I feel like has been fogging your perspective because you have been going through what you have been through, like your experience. That doesn't make up who you are, because you have so much more time ahead. And it's okay to want to change, but actually it's okay to want to change, but in order for you to actually change, you have to actually make the steps and put in the effort to do so, and not really stay stuck in this mindset of not knowing, not believing that you can change, if that makes sense. And I have the 9 of Wands. So also you have to learn to like open yourself up more. Like, I feel like you have really closed up, like I said, the experiences you have been in your life, like it has like hardened you along the way. It's almost as if like I see like it's like flip, I don't know, what is it called, flipping through like a movie film, where like, you know how like it just you see the I don't know what you call it, the movie script, where like it's going so fast, but as it's going fast, you see how your life is just changing before your eyes. And I feel like it's almost as if like you may believe that there's nothing you can do about it, because it's changing and it's set in stone, and like you can't go back, and you can't really revisit yourself or revisit what has happened. And really, it's all really in your head. Okay, that is not the truth. Just because you are a certain way right now, that doesn't mean you cannot change for the better in your future. Okay, doesn't mean that you are less than. It doesn't mean that you are going to fail at everything you attempt, because at least you tried, right? So I feel like you're in a place right now where you're not even willing to attempt. You're not even willing to try, because you're afraid of that failure. You're afraid of that rejection, or you're afraid of whatever that may be. So I feel like it's almost as if like you have to be more accepting of the failure, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like you have to put yourself in a situation to fail if you actually want to succeed in life. I know that's like very confusing to like keep up with, but that's basically it. So in 4 Wands, 4 wands. Okay, so basically it's like you have to put yourself in this mind frame of already being there. Okay, already being there. I know you've seen snippets. I know you probably have dabbled in a little bit what I'm talking about when it comes to quantum physics, when it comes to manifestation, and really having your mindset on certain thing. But I feel like, why not dive deeper? Why not really see what can happen if you were to put yourself in that state of mind of pure joy, pure happiness? You don't really have to wait for it. I feel like it's almost as like you have been taught or trained that you have to wait for something to happen in order to feel good, and you don't have to. You don't have to do that. Okay, you can feel good right now. You can feel happy right now. You can feel joy right now. You can feel it right now, no matter your circumstance, no matter who's in front of you, no matter what's happening. It's truly up to you. You are in ultimate control of your reality, and you have it by the balls. Okay, you have it by the balls, and only you can decide the trajectory of your future. No one else can. And that is it, my loves. Thank you for tuning in, and I love you.